Do is step away from the agenda for a second.
That's not like,
It's
not like
it's
you.
not on the, it's not on the watch. I've been a president of a 120 member Rotary Club, president of a 40 member Rotary Club, and the president of this club, which was 12, 13, 14. The difference is, to put an event on like this in a 120 member club, you got about 10 people working on it. In a 40 member club, you got about 5 people. To put this on in this club, right here, all by himself. He's busted his booty for this club. So,
I got plenty of it to bust.
yeah, and I tell them about it all the time. Grace Ministries, you know, 10 years ago, 12 years ago maybe, I mean, Roy, correct me, human trafficking wasn't even a buzzword.
18 years ago.
18, see, I told you, be correct. But I mean, it wasn't even on the horizon. And Jan Miller and a couple used to go out on Phillips Highway to try to solve a problem in our community. Okay? That doesn't happen at 11 o'clock in the afternoon or morning or whatever you call it. That's in real dark, not so nice times.
Not so nice area.
In a not so nice area. And, I mean, you talk about somebody that was out front of a problem, that was Jan Miller. Now the world, now the country, now everybody's looking at that. Jan was so far out ahead of this problem that it's really unbelievable. We've supported Grace Ministries for a number of years now. And it's a great thing, and it's really great that Roy has stayed with it, with Kathleen, my old neighbor. And I mean, this is a hard issue, and it's taken real dedication. So I want to bring Roy, Kathleen, Sylvia up, because they're really good.
Thank you, John.
Are you gonna be the talking head?
Roy, you want to speak first?
I'll say something real quick. So, I can't say too much because I'll get tears too. I mean, they're happy tears sprinkled with a little sad. But Kathleen can tell you all the stuff that's going on.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm Kathleen Jackson, and I'm co-founder of Grace Ministry Helping Hands. I would just say this: in 2000 and it was about 2006 is like I fully surrendered my life, and I had come up and out of darkness, and I went to this church in San Marco, and Jan Miller was in front of that church, and she was standing up that day talking about a class she was going to teach how to get out of the church walls and make a difference in the community. I joined her class. She, said, well, y'all go home and pray about what to do. I came back and said, I know exactly what we need to do, Jan. We need to go out on Phillips Highway and tell those ladies out there that there is hope. And so nobody in the class agreed to do that except for Jan, and that was after much prayer. And she went downstairs one day and told her husband, Roy, I'm going out on Phillips Highway to talk to those ladies out there, and I think it shocked him. So, but when Jan Miller set her feet to do something in her head, she was going to do it. And so it was a hot summer day in 2007, and we sat out on Phillips Highway, she and I in her van, and little hygiene packets. And that day, we ministered to many, many women on Phillips Highway that day, and I had some, I was able to share my experience, strength, and hope because I had been delivered up and out of that lifestyle. And so that day, the Grace Ministry of Helping Hands was birthed. And that was in 2007, and so this year will be our 18th year of ministry. And you know, it's been difficult without Jan, and you know, my roles have changed with Grace Ministry since her passing, and but I know that God is pleased because He continues to provide through organizations like yours, and a double handful of faithful monthly donors that continue to give and have been giving for over all these years. And so the ministry entails us going into the streets, women coming out of jails, prisons, rehabs, hospitals, wherever they are, we go and meet those women, and we help them to get into safe housing. So your funding every year that you give to us, we use that money to help these women get to safe housing that does cost money. So we strategically use one home that is for women only, and it is a home of recovery, a home, a place of healing. And so we give them that financial support to them become, you know, self-sufficient through their own contributions. Sylvia has been volunteering with Grace Ministry now for 17 years. Once the woman gets there, she meets with each and every single woman individually and begins to mentor them. So we do the street outreach, the mentorship. Of course, you know, we're visiting in jails and prisons, and so, I don't know, it's just like usually on a consistent average, we help about 35 women each year. Last year, we helped 42 women. So, and over an average, over half of those women each year are living reasonably productive lives. So, your monies are going to, every dollar you give is going straight to the women. This entire ministry is ran on volunteerism. Always has been and still continues to be. Nobody's paid a dime to do this. It's work from our heart of making a difference. And yes, Jan Miller began to plant that seed, and that seed has not returned void. And her legacy will always and still continues to live through Grace Ministry. So I just want to thank you, and thank you, Roy, and thank you, John, for always, everyone, for always inviting us back to continue to do this work.
And also thank Richard LeMay, because he keeps all this. But I talked to Richard. He's at Brooks. He'll be there for at least a week. They're trying to teach him how to manage so he won't fall and hurt himself when he goes home.
Yeah. Good. You have something to present to him there, Michael?
Thank you.
How about a photograph?
Absolutely.
Let me start over here next.